For so many of us, coffee, it's not just a drink, is it? It's like the absolute ruler of our mornings,
Hmm.
the fuel we need to, jumpstart the day. So some people even call it this ultimate elixir of life.
Yeah, dependency we're quite happy with, I think.
Exactly. Try picturing a day without it. I mean, impossible, right? Welcome to Daily English Practice. Listen and speak, your shortcut to mastering essential English for everyday situations. Today, we are diving deep into the rich, aromatic world of coffee shops. Our mission, well, it's to give you all the English vocabulary, the phrases you'll need to walk into any coffee shop feeling totally confident, from ordering that perfect cup to, describing the vibe, understanding the whole culture. It's about getting that practical knowledge fast so you can sound like you belong there.
And that's spot on. This isn't just about, can I have a latte? It's really about diving into a global culture. Coffee shops, they're often what sociologists call the third place.
Oh, right, the third place.
Yeah, somewhere that's not home, not work, but like a vital spot for informal gathering. It's community connection.
Not just caffeine.
Exactly. So understanding this language, it doesn't just make ordering smooth. It genuinely enriches your daily life, makes the whole experience better, whether you're, home or traveling.
That third place idea is fascinating. It really clicks why the experience matters so much.
Okay, so let's break down that journey. You walk into a coffee shop, ready to order. What happens first? What do you hear? What do you say? You've got a few key people involved. There's the barista, right? The expert making the drinks, often taking orders and payment too.
Often doing both.
Or sometimes a separate cashier. And then there's you, the customer.
Right. So you step up to the counter, and the barista might say something like, "What can I get you?" Or maybe, "What are you having today?"
Or just next in line, if
Yeah.
it's busy. Yeah, exactly. And to respond politely, you can use phrases like, could I get, can I have, perhaps I'll take, or I'd like. And honestly, just adding please when you ask and thank you when they give you the drink, it makes such a difference.
Absolutely. Politeness costs nothing, right? Goes a long way. Okay, let's dive into the drinks themselves, because it's way beyond just coffee these days. You start with espresso, that super concentrated shot, really intense.
Made by forcing hot water through finely ground beans under pressure, that's where the intensity comes from. It's the heart of so many drinks.
Gives you that real kick.
Yeah.
Add hot water to that, and you've got an Americano.
Simple enough.
Then for something creamier, there's the latte. That's espresso with steamed milk and just a little bit of foam on top.
Mostly milk, smoother taste.
Yeah, like a grown-up milkshake, kind of, but less sweet.
And then the classic cappuccino. Equal parts espresso, steamed milk, and that lovely thick foam. Very popular.
Definitely. And if you got a sweet tooth,
Ah, the mocha. That's your espresso, steamed milk, and chocolate syrup. Often whipped cream, too. Very sweet, very rich.
yum. And for hot days,
Iced coffee. Naturally, just coffee served over ice. Simple, refreshing.
you also hear macchiato a lot. What's that exactly?
Right, macchiato. It's Italian for stained or marked. So it's basically an espresso shot that's just marked with a tiny bit of foamed milk.
Oh, so mostly coffee flavor.
Exactly. Just a hint of dairy. Great if you want the coffee intensity.
And then the fun ones, frappes or frappuccinos.
Yeah, those are usually iced, blended, often creamy, sugary, topped with whipped cream. More like a dessert, really.
Okay, so you've picked your basic drink, Americano, latte, whatever. Now comes the fun part. Making it yours, customizing.
This is where it gets really interesting, yeah. First up, size. Most places have small, medium, large. Pretty standard.
But then the big chains throw a curveball.
Right, like Starbucks with tall, which is actually small.
Yeah.
Then grande, venti, even trenta for massive iced drinks.
Confused.
It can be. But honestly, don't stress. Baristas know it's weird. Just say small, medium, or large, or even just point. They'll figure it out.
Good tip. Okay, size done. What's next? Temperature.
Simple choice usually, hot or iced. But you also have cold brew. That's brewed differently, right? With cold or room temp water over many hours.
And that affects the taste.
Big time. It's much less acidic, so it tastes smoother, often a bit sweeter, naturally. Some people find it easier on the stomach, too.
Interesting. And if hot is just too hot?
You can ask for it lukewarm. They'll just let it cool a bit or add a touch of cold milk, maybe.
Okay. And strength. More or less caffeine.
Yep. Decaf means decaffeinated, no caffeine buzz. Good for evenings.
Or if you need the opposite.
Ask for a double shot. That's 2 shots of espresso instead of the usual one. Extra kick guaranteed.
All right. Now the big one, milk. So many options now.
Oh, absolutely. You've got your traditional choices. Whole milk, which is full fat. Then 2%, which is reduced fat. And non-fat, also called skim or skinny.
But the alternatives are huge now.
Huge. Almond milk,
Mhm.
oat milk, very popular, soy milk, coconut milk, even half and half, which is half milk, half cream, if you want something really rich.
Wow. And sweetness or flavors.
Endless possibilities.
Yeah.
You can add basic sugar, maybe honey, agave nectar, even maple syrup sometimes. And then the flavored syrups. Vanilla is classic, caramel, hazelnut, peppermint, especially around the holidays, cinnamon, coconut, loads.
So you could ask for, say, a medium iced oat milk latte with caramel syrup?
Precisely. And you can get even more specific.
Like how?
Ask for extra whipped cream or maybe no foam on your cappuccino if you don't like it. Light ice if you want more drink, less ice.
A splash of cream just for a little bit?
Yep. Or ask for sugar or milk on the side if you want to add it yourself.
Okay, I think I've designed my perfect, very complicated drink in my head now.
Happens to the best of us.
Last big decision at the counter, staying or leaving.
Right. For here or to go.
For here means you'll drink it in the shop, probably get a real ceramic mug.
Yeah, dine in.
To go means you're taking it out. You'll get a disposable cup, a takeaway or takeout cup.
Essential distinction. And while we're talking vocabulary, you'll see other things around the shop. The place you order is the counter service. Pastries are usually in a display case. Many places offer a loyalty card for points or freebies,
Can't forget the actual coffee beans.
too. And besides the mug or takeaway cup, you'll find napkins, lids for the to-go cups.
And those cardboard sleeves so you don't burn your hands. Essential.
Very essential.
Okay, so we've navigated the order, got our drink. But like you said, it's more than the drink. It's the whole feel of the place, the atmosphere, the vibe. How do we talk about that?
Good question.
Yeah.
You might walk into a place and think, oh, this is cozy.
What makes it cozy?
Maybe warm lighting, comfy armchairs, some nice art on the walls, maybe some chill music playing low,
Yeah.
and that amazing smell of coffee brewing. Just makes you want to curl up and relax.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Or maybe it's more of a relaxing vibe.
Could be. Maybe a mix of rustic wood and modern touches, vintage bits, lots of natural light. You hear that soft hum of conversation, gentle background music. Perfect place to just sit with your Java.
Java, another word for coffee, right?
Yep, common slang term. And this links back to that third place idea. Choosing the right environment matters, doesn't it? For studying, working, just chilling out.
Definitely. Some places really feel like they're part of the community.
Totally. The barista knows the regulars by name. There's a notice board with local events.
Yeah.
Great spots to meet people or catch up with friends.
Or you might find places with nature-inspired decor.
Oh, yeah, lots of plants. Greenery, wood furniture, earthy colors, maybe a view of a garden, like a little green oasis in the city.
It's amazing how the design impacts your mood.
It really does.
But beyond the look and feel, what makes a coffee shop truly stand out? What makes you go back again and again?
For me, a lot of it comes down to the service and the quality.
Friendly staff.
Absolutely. Baristas who smile, maybe remember your name or your usual order.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference. You feel welcomed. And you can often tell if they're passionate about coffee, right?
Yeah.
Willing to chat about the beans or how it's brewed. That enthusiasm is infectious.
And the coffee itself, obviously, best coffee in town isn't just a random claim.
No, it means high-quality beans, brewed really well. You can taste the difference, that rich flavor, the amazing aroma.
It's also about attention to detail, isn't it?
Spot on. Impeccable service, maybe some cool latte art on your cappuccino. Amazing pastries that are clearly baked in-house, not mass-produced. It
Oh.
shows they care.
Pride in their craft.
Exactly. And great shop usually has an extensive menu, not just coffee, but maybe teas, juices, smoothies, and good food options too.
So there's something for everyone, whether you need a quick caffeine fix or you're settling in for a leisurely brunch.
Precisely. Now, if you really want to geek out on coffee, learning some coffee tasting terms is fun.
Okay, like wine tasting, but for coffee. Sort of. You talk about the body, that's the weight or feeling in your mouth. Is it light, like tea? Or full and heavy, like cream? Then sweetness. Can you taste hints of brown sugar or honey, perhaps? Acidity is a big one. It sounds negative, but in coffee, it often means brightness, like citrus fruits or berries. A bright coffee is lively, whereas a low acidity one might be smooth or mild.
Right, so acidity isn't necessarily sourness.
Not at all, when it's balanced. Then there's flavor, which can be anything nutty, chocolatey, spicy, even fruity or floral. And the finish, which is the aftertaste. Does it linger nicely? Is it sweet or bitter?
Wow, there's a lot to it. How do professionals do it?
They do something called cupping. They smell the dry grounds, then the wet grounds, and then they slurk the coffee loudly.
slurp it.
Yeah, it sprays the coffee across your whole palate so you pick up all the nuances. It looks a bit funny, but it works.
Maybe I won't try the slurping in public just yet. Any tips for beginners? Just try lots of different coffees and try tasting them side by side. Sip water in between to cleanse your palate. The more you taste, the more you'll notice.
Makes sense. And we should mention coffee shops usually have more than just coffee, food-wise.
Oh, definitely. Pastries are standard croissants, muffins, scones, danishes, often sandwiches too, paninis, bagels, wraps.
And desserts, cakes, cookies, brownies.
Yep, and increasingly healthy options like salads, yogurt bowls, fruit cups.
Okay, moving beyond just words. How about phrases and idioms, getting that natural flow?
Yeah, and it's worth remembering that coffee culture varies. Italy has the quick stand-up espresso bar.
Whereas the US might be more grab and go or settling in for hours with a laptop.
Exactly, and the language reflects that sometimes.
So if you want to invite someone for coffee, what are some natural ways to ask?
Well, more formally, you could say, would you like to join me for a coffee?
A bit stiff maybe for friends?
Yeah, more casual would be, fancy a coffee, or I'm heading to the coffee shop, care to join?
Or maybe, let's catch up over coffee. That's a common one.
Very common. Or, are you up for a coffee break? Or simply, gonna grab some coffee, wanna come?
Loads of options. Okay, now for the fun stuff. Idioms. You mentioned some coffee-related ones.
Yep, 5 really useful ones.
Yeah.
First, spill the beans.
Means telling a secret, right?
Exactly, either accidentally or on purpose. Like, don't spill the beans about Sarah's surprise party. Or you might ask someone, okay, spill the beans. How was the date?
Got it. What's next?
Wake up and smell the coffee.
Oh.
This means telling someone to face reality. Stop being naive or unrealistic.
Ah, like a reality check.
Precisely. He needs to wake up and smell the coffee about his spending habits. It's time to get real.
Number 3.
Coffee break. Pretty straightforward, a short pause from work or whatever you're doing, usually for a refreshment.
Doesn't have to involve actual coffee, though.
Nope. Let's take a quick coffee break. This means pause. I need a coffee break to recharge.
Okay, worth.
Storm is brewing. This suggests trouble or conflict is coming.
Ooh, ominous.
Yeah. You could feel a storm brewing when they started discussing politics. It implies tension building up.
And the last one.
Full of beans. This means someone has lots of energy, they're lively and enthusiastic.
Like they've had too much coffee.
Huh, maybe. Often used for kids. The children were full of beans at the party. Or, she woke up full of beans this morning. Just energetic.
Those are great idioms. Let's hear them in some quick dialogues, maybe, like ordering.
Sure.
Customer. Hi, can I get a medium vanilla latte, please?
Barista? Sure, anything else for you today?
Customer. Actually, could I also get a blueberry muffin?
Barista, yes, of course. Your total is $7.50. How would you like to pay?
Customer. I'll pay by card, please.
Barista, great. Your coffee and muffin will be ready shortly.
Customer. Thanks so much. Nice and smooth. How about meeting a friend?
Friend 1. Hey, long time no see. Have you been?
Friend 2. Yeah, good. You know, it feels like ages. Hey, why don't we catch up over coffee?
Friend 1. That sounds perfect. There's a new cafe that's open downtown called The Daily Grind. Have you been there?
Friend 2. No, I haven't. What's it like? Is it one of those cozy spots or more modern?
Friend 1. It's had a really relaxed vibe, lots of wooden tables and plants, and they have great reviews for their coffee. I hear their cold brew is amazing.
Friend 2. Oh, intriguing. I'm always up for trying new places. When are you free to go?
Friend 1. How about Saturday afternoon? Does that work for you? Maybe around 3 p.m.
Friend 2, actually Saturday 3 sounds good. See you then.
Perfect use of catch up over coffee and describing the vibe.
Okay, how about students needing caffeine for studying?
Student 1. Hi, can I get a large iced coffee with oat milk and a double shot, please?
Barista? Sure thing. Your total is $5.75. How would you like to pay?
Student 1. I'll pay with cash.
Student 2. Hey, there you are. Did you get your coffee?
Student 1. Yep, just ordered. If you found a good spot to work, I need to spread out all my notes.
Student 2. Yeah, there's a big table by the window. It's perfect for spreading out our stuff, and it's not too noisy. Should we grab a couple of those chocolate chip cookies from the display case?
Student 1. Great idea. Let's get started on the project once my coffee is ready. I need to wake up and smell the coffee about this deadline. Or maybe I need this caffeine kick.
Maybe not the idiom there, but good scenario. One
Yeah.
more. First date. Awkward potential.
Person 1. Hi, can I get a cappuccino, please, for here?
Barista. Sure. Anything else for you?
Person 1. No, that's all for now, thanks.
Person 2. Hey, I'm so glad we finally get to meet in person. This place looks really nice.
Person 1. Me too. I love the cozy atmosphere. It's got a really welcoming vibe. I heard they make the best pastries here.
Person two, oh really? I love their croissants. They're super buttery and always fresh. You should definitely try one.
Person one. That sounds delicious. I might just get one to go with my cappuccino. Maybe later we can spill the beans on our worst dating stories.
Ooh, risky first date topic, but good use of the idiom.
So the best way to get comfortable with all this, practice. Say the phrases out loud. And honestly, just go order coffee. Real life is the best teacher. Don't be shy.
Absolutely. And speaking of real life, quick etiquette point, lipping.
Ah, yes. In many places, especially the US, you'll see a tip jar by the till.
Is it expected? How much?
It's generally appreciated, especially if you had good service or a complicated order. Around 15–20% of the bills is a pretty standard guideline, but even $1 or so is often welcome.
Good to know.
And one last tip, maybe for baristas or anyone directing customers, keep it clear and natural. Instead of something clunky, just say, "We'll bring your coffee to your table." Or, "We'll call your name when your drink is ready at the counter." Simple is usually best.
Got it. Wow, okay. I feel like we've brewed up a really comprehensive guide here.
I think so.
You really do have a full toolkit now, ordering basics, all those customizations, describing the place, even the fun idioms, everything you need for that coffee shop visit.
Exactly. And the goal is confidence, right? Feeling comfortable, immersing yourself in that culture.
Yeah.
Really appreciating the whole thing, not just rushing for the caffeine. Oh, that's important too.
Huh. Definitely. It's about enjoying that third place energy. So the next time you step into a coffee shop, maybe pause for a second. Think about more than just the drink. Consider that whole rich tapestry of language, culture, connection, all swirling around in that simple cup. Thank you so much for listening. If you found this deep dive useful, please remember to subscribe to Daily English Practice. Listen and speak. Keep learning with us. See you next time.